I'm Nisha here, your English teacher. Hope you all are doing good. So children, we have already gone through the lesson, the magic garden. Okay, I hope you all have read the lesson 2 to 3 times and there is no confusion in the lesson. And now we are going to start with the exercise part. The very first thing what you have to do is keywords. So how many times children you have to write the keywords? 2 times in your classwork notebook. So the first one is MAGIC, magic. Number 2, GARDEN, garden. Next, GARDENERS, gardeners. Next, PLAYGROUND, playground. Next, SUNSHINE, sunshine. Next, GOLDEN, golden. Next, DREAMING, dreaming. Next, HUNDREDS, hundreds. Next, CHILDREN, children. The last one is SUNFLOWER, sunflower. So these are the 10 keywords which you have to learn as well as you have to write in the classwork 2 times. Moving to the next main, page number 7. So children, be ready with your textbook. The very first question is, why did the flowers love the little children? So these all things you have to write it in the classwork. You will be getting a PDF along with the video. Okay, so the very first question is, why did the flowers love the little children? Because they water their thirsty roots. That is the reason the flowers love the small children. Number 2, why did the birds love the children? Because you know what the children used to get for the bird? They used to get bread to the birds. So that's why the children love the birds and the birds also love the children. Name 5 flowers growing in the magic garden. So how many flowers were growing in the magic garden, children? Like marigold was there, sunflower was there, roses were there, poppies were there, fancies were there. Almost there are many flowers growing in the garden. Now the next question is, what sounds could the children hear in the garden? So there is some sound which the children used to hear. So what was the sound about? The sound is about a sweet song which is sung by fairies in the garden. So these are the 4 questions which you have to write it in the classwork. Moving to the next main, that is talk time. So this there is few sentences what is given about roses. Shall we read this? I like roses. Most roses are red. Some are white. Some are yellow. Are these blue roses? Are there blue roses? I have not seen any blue roses. Now they are describing about the roses, like what kind of colors are there. Like some roses will be white, some will be yellow, some are red. So they are asking, the poet is asking, like whether have you seen the blue roses? No, there is no blue roses which we have seen. Moving to the next main. So which one is your favorite flower? Learn its name in English. So you need to write about your favorite flower also. Okay, like suppose rose is your favorite flower, just write one sentence about your favorite flower. That also you have to write it in the classwork. Now moving to the next main, say aloud. Like there are few words which is given which you have to read it out, children. The very first word is little, then happily, then slippery, next people, after that sleepily, then thirsty, then purple, then proudly, then pretty. So there are almost 9 words which is given in the textbook that you have to read loudly. Okay. Now next is the tea time. That is one activity, children. What you have to do? You have to do this activity and send the photos in the group. Okay. So you have to just collect 5 flowers. Okay. What you have to do? You have to put it each flower carefully on the page, in the pages of an old book, and then what you have to do? You have to do this activity. Place some heavy books on the top of the old book, leave it for some days, stick the pressed flowers carefully in the scrapbook, write the name of each flower. It's a very small activity what you can do it in the old book. You don't have to do it in the classwork. Some old book you have to take it and just do this activity and post the image in the group. That is the homework for you, children. Moving to the next main, that is word building. Name two words in each petal which you see in the garden. Now there are few petals, it is already given in the picture. So that 5 petals are there. In that they have given the heading also. Like the very first is insects. So how many insects, like what kind of insects have you seen in the garden? So caterpillar will be there, grasshopper will be there. Then you have to mention about the trees also, like you can write about mango tree, you can write about apple tree. Then about flowers you can mention like rose, marigold. What kind of flowers have you seen in the garden? That name you can write it in the petal. Then next one is tools, like what kind of tools have you seen in the garden? That can be hammer, that can be screwdriver. Like these all tools you can mention it in the petal. Then again birds, sparrow, crow, eagle. Those birds will be seen in the garden. Those names can be written in the petal. So means just you have to mention it in the petal, that's all. Then moving to the next main, imagine you have a big garden. What would it look like? So you have to just draw a picture of a garden, and you have to just imagine a big garden and just draw a picture in the place given in the textbook. So here this activity you have to do it in the textbook only. Moving to the next main, underline the verb in the following sentences. Okay, so we have already gone through the verb, children, right? So from this lesson I have taken few sentences. So you just have to find it out what all verbs are there in a particular sentence. The very first sentence is, the sunshine fell on this garden. The very first sentence is what? The sunshine fell on this garden. So what is the verb in that? Okay, you have to find an action word. So children, we have already learned that. So fell is an action word because it is showing some kind of action. Okay, second one is, the flowers are dancing happily. The flowers are dancing happily. So what is the action word in this? Dancing. Okay, the next one is, the children are bringing their water cans. So what is the children getting? The children are getting the water cans to water the thirsty roots of the plants. So what activity, what action they are doing it? Like getting the water cans, like bringing the water cans. So here the action word is bringing. Next one, they dig the ground so well. So what action they have done? They are digging. They are digging the ground with perfectly. They are digging the ground. So here the action word is dig. Okay, the action word means verb is dig in this particular sentence. Next one is, all the children are running in the garden. So what the children are doing? They all are running in the garden. So here the action word is what, children? Running. Next one, the flowers stopped their song and listened to the children. So again here there are two action words. One is stopped. Okay, the flowers were singing something, they have stopped their song, and what they are doing, they are listening to the children. So children are talking, so the flowers stop their song and they are listening to the children. So two action word is there. One is stop and second one is listened. Next one is, the sunflower lifted the head proudly. So what did the sunflower do? The sunflower lifted the head proudly. So here the action word is lifted. Next one is, the marigold smiled happily. So here the flower is smiling happily. So what is the action word, children? The action word is smiled. So this also you have to write it in the classwork. So we have already written keywords. Now after keywords, what you have to do? Question answer you have to write. Then this activity is there, what I told, that you have to collect 5 flowers, and that activity after doing you have to upload in the group. And again there are word building which you have to do it in the classwork as well as in the textbook. The final one is the last one is the underline the verb in the following sentence. This also you have to do it in the classwork. So children, hope you understood what I said. So if there is any doubt regarding the exercise, you can post it in the group. Till then, Be safe at home. Thank you, children.